20 cars on track. Stand by. Perfect dispatch. Green lights come on. Hammond, Briggs. Ethan Genev moves into third. Metcalf goes back to fourth. On the outside, Damon Thompson's fifth. Peter Herbert is sixth as they run the back straight the first time. David Fall and Shane Wild are still side by side. Avens and Thompson round out your top 10. We've got one car on the infield already, which is Jack Hunter. Paul Briggs comes underneath and Michael Hammond hits the front.
As Collie trying to protect its homeland, but there's a bumper invader on the outside and he will regain the lead for the time being, as there's now three Collie drivers that are almost three wide. The tallest of them all was Damon Thompson as Briggs tries and protects the bottom. Genev's trying to follow through, but Damon Thompson running the position usually where we are slow. Excited to see Ethan Genev run, but he's been clouded by Damon Thompson at the moment as Shane Wild's got a good run on the outside as well. The two machine starting to find its pace as he moves himself into the top five, battling it out with Colin Metcalf as all there's contact between Metcalf and Wild.
Well, Shane Wild's car is aerodynamically challenged, has had parts fall off of it left, right and centre tonight in the qualifying heats, but it's great to have him out there and he's going gangbusters. Oh! And that one is up on two wheels. That was Avens into the fence. Contact with Shane Wild right in front of the corporates, and there is debris all over the racetrack. And that is another car that will need extensive work done to it in the weeks ahead.
To the infield, looks like Shane Wild has been deemed the cause of the stoppage, so he'll go to the tail of the field. So Metcalf will now be fifth place. Sixth place will be that of Peter Herbert with 12 laps remaining in the street stock proportion. Thanks to crazy wraps and signs, we're underway again.
So down the main straight, Michael Hammond leads Paul Briggs. In third place, Damon Thompson. Ethan Genev in fourth place. And behind them is Colin Metcalf. Then Peter Herbert. David Fall, Wayne Thompson is next. And behind them we've got Justin Hurst and Tim Matthews. The cone meanders off the racetrack and down the main straight they come. Hammond leads Paul Briggs. Thompson in third. Ethan Genev fourth. No change on the order. As where's the first big move coming from? Well, Shane Wild still tucked at the back. Peter Herbert's trying to get underneath of Metcalf. Genev's trying to get underneath of Thompson, and Paul Briggs is still trying to catch our race leader.
I think there's a big move that you were asking for on Genev on the inside of Thompson. Genev was able to push the 10 machine up just a little higher enough that he was able to make the pass, and now he finally gets that top side that he wanted, and he'll start to try and hone in Paul Briggs, who both of them have done their quickest lap of the race, but there's still no match for Michael Hammond at the moment when it comes to time pace. So Shane Wild, that battered and bruised car, finally heads to the infield with 9 to go.
So 9 to go. Our race leader is Hammond from Briggs from Genev. Thompson fourth. Back then to Metcalf in fifth place. Sixth place is Peter Herbert. David Fall is next. Oh, Herbert got sideways after a touch on the back end there of Metcalf. David Fall might sneak up on the outside. No, he doesn't. Thompson is next. Then we've got Matthews, Hurst, and also Matthew Jones, in that group. But Paul Briggs trying to stay with our race leader, but he's got plenty of speed. The only thing that's probably going to slow him down, there's going to be heavy lap traffic coming up.
And that's what he's about to hit, and that is a three-car battle at the tail of the field that is slowly starting to reek into the eyesight of Michael Hammond, as the quickest car on the racetrack is still that of our race leader. But the 4 car is starting to come of Ethan Genev, as the 2 Ford Falcons from Collie that round up our podium at the moment are trying desperately just to stay a part of this one, especially with cars ahead of Michael Hammond.
So Michael Hammond is now coming up behind Brendan Fagan, I think it is, down there on the back straight up into turn 3. He's going to go 3/4 track high. Paul Briggs and Ethan Genev can see their chance. Genev is throwing caution to the wind right up now behind Briggs. They've got around Fagan, but there's more to come. Yates is the next car as our lead 3 cars are well.
Oh! Ethan Genev was on 2 wheels for the entirety of turn number 1 and still landed it.
Okay, Morgan's back with us as Ethan Genev regains his composure. Hammond is dicing through the lap cars. Briggs trying to stay with him. We'll watch Ethan Genev this time around. He's on 4 wheels. as Hammond goes in between the outside and the inside of some of the lap cars like a hot knife through butter. Now up against the wall. He's using all of the racetrack. Paul Briggs trying to stay with him, and we've got 3 to go.
And for that, Michael Hammond, he was the best one through that lap, competitors. But for Paul Briggs, they look a little bit more closer what they did when Hammond was going to go around as we've got one that is just stopped in front of the concrete wall in turn number 2. That is Justin Hurst. The race still stays green, now it goes yellow. Well, we're going to have a spanner in the works with 12 laps completed. Hammond to catch up another round win of the IVEX Industries Southwest Sedan Championship.
So down into turn number 1 they go. Hammond, Briggs, Genève, Thompson. No change there. Genève has been running up near the fence. Here he goes. Throws caution to the wind. Briggs down low has been doing well as well. 2 to go.
That's all he's needed to do as well, Paul Briggs. He's making Genève make the hard yards on the outside, and while he's doing that, he's leaving the door open for Damon Thompson and even the 44 of Peter Herbert to have a sniff. But there's only one more lap left to run, and Michael Hammond, who's had a dream run in the last couple of months in any capacity class that he runs, will come and greet the white flag.
1 to go, so Michael Hammond leads. Briggs, Genève and Briggs. Contact, Genève and Briggs. Briggs goes back around the outside. Thompson 4th. Back then in 5th place, we've got Peter Herbert. But Michael Hammond is going to prevail. He won the state title in productions. He wins here tonight in the street stock. Hammond first, Briggs, Genève, Thompson, that's Damon. Peter Herbert is next. Colin Metcalf, Wayne Thompson, David Fall. Back then to Matthews, Kate Helms. Next across the line is Mark McDonald, Jeremy Ferris, Gavin Yates, Justin Hurst, and Brendan Fagan. 16 of the 22, the 16 of the 20 who started finished. And the win goes to Michael Hammond from Paul Briggs and Ethan Genève. 0.976 the winning margin, 20.633 the quick lap by Michael Hammond. Put your hands together for Michael Hammond first, Paul Briggs second, and third across the line, Ethan Genève.